Meditate, manifest, invest in you. Join me on my spiritual journey as I elevate myself and like-minded listeners to a higher level mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you for listening. This is Black Hippie Lounge, and I am your host, Chanel. All right, so good evening. This is Chanel, the host of Black Hippie Lounge, and this episode is going to be titled Boys versus Men. So I have two guests on here, like I said I was going to have before. Two good friends, Gigi and Khamara. Oh, wait, do you guys want me to use your names?
Yes.
Okay. So we're just going to talk about, this episode's going to be Boys versus Men, and then we're going to do another episode too, like a part 2. So before we get into the conversation, do you guys want to do like a brief intro of who you are?
Yeah, so I'm Gigi. I'm not an expert or anything. This is more just a very lighthearted conversation about our personal experiences. And I am 31 years young, so I've dated and did all the things, and this is my interpretation of dating in 2020.
Mm-hmm. Actually, okay, the question I'm going to say for you guys to do your introduction, why did you agree to do this topic? Like, why did you agree to do this one?
I just know I'm not the only one on the dating scene right now. Mm-hmm. And I almost kind of just want to let women know, like, girl, you are not alone.
Yeah. All right, what about you, Khamara?
Hi, guys. I'm Khamara. I am excited to do this topic because I know there are, a few or a lot, maybe, who knows. But there's most women out there who, are even celibate or just thinking about getting back in the dating scene and what that looks like. And I'm definitely here to give my insight, and hopefully my insight will be helpful throughout that process. So,
okay, yeah. Thank you. So we're going to do we could do like a round table kind of discussion, right?
Yeah.
So we'll start off relationship status. So how do you guys want me to go first all the time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm single.
Single as a dollar bill.
Khamara?
I am single and loving it.
Okay, so are you actively dating?
Bitch.
Yo, don't try to call me out, okay? Let me get my answers together, okay? Like,
I don't know.
So, okay, I would say yes and no because I am like, there is a specific person that I keep seeing, but when I say actively dating, like, I'm not going on dates like that like I wanted to. Like my intentions were before COVID, like, I said I was going to get out there and date multiple people and go on dates and stuff, and then COVID hit, so
is that what you think your definition of dating is? Because I think people have different definitions of dating. Like, to you, dating might be, we're actually physically going out and getting to know each other. Mm-hmm. To another person, dating might be like, yo, you're chilling on my couch.
Yeah, I agree. I think definitely people have different definitions of it. And so for that question, when I say like actively dating, I would say like, for me, it would be like, am I going on dates with multiple people and like getting to know different people? And that I would say no, because I'm not doing that right
now. I'm not dating. I've definitely I've cooled off on the dating. Mm-hmm. I think I need to focus on like some of my like short-term goals. Mm-hmm. I don't know if to call them short-term or long-term because I'm not looking to do this like tomorrow, but in the next 6 months to a year, definitely. So like, I feel like I kind of need to just get myself together emotionally a little bit before I can get back out there, because for me, dating is not, we go out on a date and get to know. There needs to be purpose behind it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying, I'm going to be the woman you marry tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Definitely not. But I need to know that you and I are kind of like on the same path as far as like dating with purpose. Like, I know I want marriage and I want kids. I have no business dating some nigga that's just like, yeah, just testing out the waters, Like, I have no business doing that. I'm wasting my time. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, cooled off on the dating.
I haven't dated in a couple of years now, purposely, because throughout the years, I've literally just been focusing on just getting myself together, whether that be financially, whether that be working out, and working on my short-term goals and long-term goals. So I do want to eventually, but right now, no, I am single.
Okay, so has COVID impacted your dating life?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, luckily for me, I feel like before COVID hit, I was able to meet people, and like, I was dating one person, and then that didn't work out, and then I was able to meet the other person I'm talking to now, and it just happened to, like, timing was just good. Because other than that, I feel like I probably wouldn't have been talking to anybody, or at least, like, dating as far as, like, seeing them face to face. No. Like, so yeah, definitely COVID messed it up. Like,
I think the thing with COVID is it has forced people to be a little creative, right? And, you know, creativity's not always a strong point. You know, it's always just like, yo, what's your favorite restaurant, or what's your favorite food? And bam, you know, we're, you know, from like Italian. Okay, I know this cute little Italian spot. Let's go. Yeah. But now it's like, you know, it's FaceTime dates and shit like that, you know, or
Zoom call,
or Zoom dates or some shit, or I'm gonna order your favorite food from Grubhub.
It's just more time investment, I think, now.
Yeah,
they really have to actually like.
Before people were like, oh, I dated you, and like, or I went on a date. And I'm like, I'm all set. Then I'm on to the next one. But this time, like, you literally have to like put in work and time.
Yeah, and there's that whole thing of sex. You know, sometimes it was almost expected, like, oh, we went on a date, let's go back for a nightcap. Right. We ain't fucking on Zoom, so you know? Wait, can I swear? I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's like, now you really gotta get to know me and shit, you know, like, and for me, I can't, like, when I first meet you, obviously you two, I trust the hell out of you guys, so you're in my house. But if I don't know you, I'm not gonna be around. You know, COVID. Like, yeah, it just heightens up the security. Okay. Yeah. So there is this element of shit. Now you gotta have a personality, son. Like, you gotta have a personality. Yeah, you can't just sling dick and think this is gonna work. Like, you gotta work a little bit. I mean, okay, in all honesty, like, women, y'all too. Like,
I mean, I know, you're right. Like, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it definitely requires more effort.
It does.
Both ends.
On both ends.
Yeah. So, is dating hard, or is finding the right person hard?
I think dating is more easier than finding the right person, because, like, again, when you do date, it's not guaranteed that your personality is gonna mesh. Right? You know what I mean? Like, you have to, like, form a connection, and it has to be a vibe. And there's so many different elements that comes with finding the right person. I feel like dating, I can meet someone on the street, like, oh, I like your face, or I like the way your presence, or let's go on a date. But that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know. Yeah,
it's the right person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so. Definitely, I agree. I think finding the right person is the hard part.
I agree. Like, finding the right person definitely is a little bit harder. But also, like, dating to me isn't just going out on dates. It's this element of getting to know each other. And even, like, dating is generally not considered something that is, like, monogamous. People could be dating multiple people at the same time. And so that's why, to me, dating is so easy. There's no real commitment there. Right. It's just kind of like, I'm just getting to know you. You know, we kick it. We might catch a movie. We might go out to eat. We might also sit on your couch and shoot the shits. Or, you know what I mean? Like, there's different elements of dating. And none of them are actually one that's like, oh, unless that's conversation, like, we're dating monogamously. You know, it's easy. It's just like, I would go on a dating site right now and find 3 niggas to take me out to dinner. You know, that's easy. Are any of those 3 dudes going to actually be worth my time? That remains to be seen.
Yeah. So, do you feel pressure to settle down?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Especially as you get older. You have, like, family members just, like, throwing out hints left and right. And I'm just like...
hands, bitch. My mom be like, when you go get married, where my grandbabies at?
I know, that's my mom. But it's like, I'm like, yo, I'm the woman. What you want me to do?
Right,
Like I can't make these dudes like.
Oh my gosh.
I think, okay, we're going to call the space a spade since your podcast does center around mental health and self-care and self-love. Let's keep it a buck. We are some trauma-ridden ass people. We are from a generation of fucking trauma.
Yeah.
We done watched our parents put up with some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, and still.
You know, and we were born into a world of patriarchy. And, you know, we got men wanting 50-50, but giving, like...
20.
20, you know? Like, we got men that are like, we gonna split the bills, but want you to come home and have a whole second full-time job, clean the house, cook the food, get the kids ready, while they sit on their ass and, you know, not do... So it's like, we need to deal with a lot of our trauma.
Yeah.
You know, we done seen some shit, we done heard some shit, and there is this movement of women that are like, nah, nigga, you know, you need to bring more to the table.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also this movement of men, while they're doing the same, they're kind of stuck in, like, the past a little bit, right? Like, they have this idea of what a woman should be, but they are not living up to the idea of what a man should be.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this isn't a general statement.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But that is a big thing. It's this disconnect between men and women.
Yeah.
So, shit.
No, I agree.
There is
agree.
a lot of pressure
Yeah.
to, you know, my mom be like, it would make me, like, I feel like my mom would be okay if I was making minimum wage, living in the projects, as long as I had a husband and I had like 5 kids.
And she'll be fine with that.
And she would be okay. Meanwhile, yes, I live in the projects, but, like, I've done pretty freaking good for myself. But in her eyes, I'm not successful until I have the husband and the kids.
Yeah.
My thing is, like, I don't feel pressured right now only because there's so many other things that I'm focused on, but when those things were not actually a factor, yeah, absolutely. Like, my dad would definitely say, Khamara, like, my brother has a son already, so he would tell me, like, oh, Khamara, when are you gonna give me a grandchild, a granddaughter, you know, like, time is ticking, as well as my brother. Like, my brother's like, oh, you're about to turn 30, and you're going, you know, your time is running out, like, you know, you're not gonna have a lot of prospectors when you turn 30. A whole, like, my brother's crazy, but and that aspect, like, right now I don't feel pressured. Again, because I'm just focusing on so many other things. But yes, I do, like, at times, like, oh yeah, like, because of my age and because the culture I grew up in, what I've been told, like, okay,
yeah, my culture
is
very big on this. Like,
Yeah.
girl, I should have been on baby number 8.
Right. And I get it, because it's not that we don't want to have kids. It's just you can't. That's not something you can force.
Exactly.
Like, it's just gonna happen when it's happening.
Anybody.
Yeah.
You can't just have it with anybody.
Yeah.
I've always told myself, like, I did not grow up in a 2-parent household per se. So I'll say right now, one of my traumas is that, like, this, like, want, or this, not even a want, this need to want to have a 2-parent household and kind of have that traditional, air quotes on that one, because tradition is what you make it, to kind of have, like, this traditional family unit, right? Mommy, daddy, and kids. Obviously, that's not, that, I don't know if I would say that's not realistic, but shit, it's not realistic, right? So I think that's where I'm at with that, but, like, I don't know, like, it's hard to be out there, like, it's easy to have a kid, you know, it's real easy to have a kid, but, like, part of my trauma is that I don't want, and no offense to baby mamas, got love for y'all, got a couple baby mamas myself, but, like, I don't want to be that, like, I don't want, if I have to, okay, but I would prefer not to. I would prefer to have children in a 2-parent household, and, like, I just, you know, and that's something that has been said to kind of fuck up the Black community a lot, and, you know, as a woman who wants to have Black ass children, it's important to me that they kind of grow up in that unit and seeing shit that are successful, seeing real love, you know, because that's something I didn't really grow up with, and I don't want that for my children.
Yeah, piggyback on Gigi, like, I didn't grow up in a two-family house as well. And I think one of my fears is not being a good mother. You know what I mean? Because my mom, she was the first generation that came from Honduras, and like she saw like my grandmother getting beaten, all that stuff. So going through that, she has her own stuff to deal with. So I don't think she was ready to take on that mother role figure. But so that's what I'm scared, that not have a good relationship with my daughter. Or I even said like I just want all boys, because I'm scared that like having that daughter in my life, I'm not gonna be the best mom. Yeah. You know, but listen.
Do you guys are you guys scared of motherhood at all? Like,
no. I just, at times, yes, I am. I can't say no 100%, but at times I feel, again, that fear of I don't know, just not loving my child, you know, just showing my kids unconditional love. And mind you, I love kids, but you seeing those things growing up, it's bound to people oh, I don't want to be like my parents, but you end up being you have some traits, unfortunately.
Well, I tell people all the time, when they're like, oh, I don't want to be like this person, don't let your need to part from your traumas overshadow. I mean, don't let your need to not be like your parents, your sister, whoever in your life caused you trauma, overshadow your need to get away from your trauma, right? Yeah. While you're steady being I'm not gonna be like my mom, you might fuck around and end up just like them.
Exactly.
Versus when you're saying, okay, I am going to work on whatever bullshit caused this rift in the relationship or caused me to feel a certain type of way, then you're letting go of all that fuck shit and you're moving on from it. And that in itself, because you're facing your traumas, you're facing the hurt, you're kind of trying to get through it, that will help you not to be like that person. But you just straight up being I don't want to be like that person, you're going to be exactly like that. Yeah. I had to learn that the hard way. I used to say, I'm not going to be like my mother. I'm not going to follow in her footsteps with the bullshit relationships, because she put up with a lot with my dad. Bitch, did I ever? I started at a young ass age putting up with shit I should have never put up with. Right. Because I was I'm not gonna be like my mom, and I turned out
it's just a self-awareness thing. Yeah, just being aware when you're doing stuff. It's all part of learning.
Yeah, but although I don't think I'm scared of being a parent, but I am. I feel I'm so into I think children should be treated like not adults, but real human beings. Children are allowed to have opinions, get on their level, converse with them. It's really going to try to find a balance with, I am your fucking parent, but also I want you to be able to freely express yourself and be opinionated and challenge me, I'm scared of where that balance is gonna lie.
No, totally, I agree. I think for me too is just the biggest factor I want them to know is that you are loved unconditionally, no matter if you got bad grades, no matter if you got locked up, no matter if you do anything crazy, I'm going to love you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to have your back no matter what. I will tell you when you're wrong. I will definitely tell you when you're wrong, but doesn't mean that I don't love you.
Oh, no, I'm going to get in your ass if you go to jail. But I'm going to be visiting you.
Exactly. And then let them know that you still love them. So I think that's the biggest thing that I want all my kids to get away, or just to have in the back of their mind. Even though I know I'm going to do this, I can still bring it to my mom. I might get my ass whooped, but I'm going to still bring it to my mom because I know she still loves me. Yeah. But I was wrong.
So, you want to create a safe space.
Exactly. Yeah. A super safe place.
That's true. Yeah.
That's important as fuck because, you're from Honduras and I'm from Haiti. Mm-hmm. So I feel, growing up from Haiti, I did not have a safe space. I couldn't go to my mom and be like, Mom, let's talk about sex. That's not.
Right.
It's not a fucking option. Are you serious? The option was school, nurse, marry, kids. Right. Those are
that's it.
You don't deviate from that plan. So, yeah, no.
I agree, man.
I get it. What about you, Chanel? What's your perspective?
I'm not scared to be a mom. The only thing I'm scared of is just the actual birth itself. Oh. Because I don't know, I'm the oldest sibling, so I feel like I was already not raising my brothers, but I played a very big role in taking care of them. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I have that experience already, and I like kids, and I feel like from my own childhood, certain things that my parents did, like you said, I learned things that I will do differently. And like obviously I might slip up probably and do something that my mom did or whatever like that, but just being aware and like just making the conscious effort to like basically start over. Like you're like, I'm just have to keep in my mind that I'm breaking the generational, like, I don't want to say curse, but like, you know, like it starts with me, that I have to change how the parenting is and like instilling certain things in my kids. Like I already know the way, the type of parent that I want to be, and like certain things that I want my kids to do. Like I want my kids to like practice affirmations in the mirror every morning and like stuff like that, like meditate, like certain things like that, where my parents didn't do that with me, but like those are the things that I learned growing, like, for myself, that I taught myself. So, like, those are things that I want to teach my kids. And like you said, definitely making sure that they know that they're loved and that they can be themselves. Like, I don't ever want my kids to feel like they have to be a certain way for me. Like, if you want to be into rock music or whatever, like, I don't get it, but I mean, I'll support it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be like, you know, I'm going to be at the concert with you. Like, I don't want you to ever feel like you have to be a certain way for me. Just be yourself, love yourself, and like, you know, know your love. That's like the main thing I would want for my kids. And I want the person that I'm with to like instill those type of things too, you know, and show. That's why it's important to have like that loving relationship for your kids to see. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just treating me the way that I'm supposed to be treated, so they can know that that's how they're supposed to be treated too, you know?
Or
so
they're supposed to be treating their spouse.
Yeah. And also, it's okay to have healthy arguments. Like, it's okay to have, and it's okay for your children to see healthy arguments. Like, and to see that, okay, mommy and daddy are arguing, but they came back, they humbled each other out. They said, you know, I'm sorry, I was wrong. You know, I'll do this better. Yeah. And then push forward. That's so important in households to see, like, children to see.
Definitely.
They can't go around thinking like,
it's all
good and gravy.
Yeah.
No, because that's phony too. Yeah, there's gonna be arguments, but
I don't know if I would call it arguments. I think I would call it more disagreements. I don't ever really want to argue with my husband or anything. Like, I'm not saying I'm a fucking fireball, so yeah, that might happen. But I don't really ever want to argue. Like, I want us to be able to have healthy disagreements. Like, you did this. I did not like that you did that, and it upsets me when you do this.
Yeah.
And I want him to be able to reciprocate with. So what I'm hearing you say is blah, blah, blah. And let's work through it. I know it sounds like this, like, fucking fairy tale. I just think we're adults, and I shouldn't have to, like, yell and scream. That's just not my personality, and I don't want to have to do it. Yeah. You know? Like, I want us to be able to just communicate. Like, I want to be able to sit with you and tell you, yo, you did this and I didn't like it. And if my kids see, and that's another thing too, like, I want my kids to be able to witness a disagreement. Because, you know, not every disagreement your kid can witness. Because if you're like, fuck you, nigga, fuck you, bitch, your kids can't be there for that. Yeah.
Well, they shouldn't be. They can be, but they shouldn't be.
They can't be there. That's not healthy. Like, you know, that's not a healthy disagreement or argument, whatever you want to, like, that's not healthy. So how are you going to show your children what a healthy disagreement looks like if you can't even have one?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
True. So the topic is boys versus men. So what makes him a man in your eyes, and what makes him a boy? What makes someone a man versus a boy?
I think the biggest thing for me has to be accountability.
Yeah.
Like,
that makes you, if you're not accountable, you're a boy.
Because I just feel like we're adults. As adults, we take accountability for our actions. And so if you're always putting blame for your actions on some external thing, on Sky Daddy, on your mama.
Sky Daddy?
Like,
what the heck is Sky Daddy?
God.
What? Yo. I never heard that. Sky Daddy. Why?
Right now, yo.
Right.
He's like, wait, what? My dog just called me
Sky Daddy.
What?
Wow.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You learn something new every day.
I have to bring the humor a little bit.
I'm still in that. I'm gonna quote you.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if you're always blaming somebody other than just like, yo, I fucked up. This was my mistake. You're a boy to me.
Yeah.
I don't see you as a man, because as a man, you're supposed to be able to own up to your actions, take accountability for your actions, apologize, change your behavior, and move on. Or if it's gonna require compromise. Or if you're gonna stand firm on your shit, do that. But take accountability. Yeah, I did that shit. That's what I wanted to do. This is where I'm at. Yeah. Period. You know?
Yeah.
I think, like, there's 101 things that I could say separates the men from the boys, but that is probably
the main thing for you.
One of the biggest things for me is accountability. Because, like, and for women too, that separates women from girls. Like, being able to say either, yes, I did it, I'm sorry. Yes, I did it. How can we compromise? Or yes, the fuck, I did it, and that's how it's gonna stay. Period. Like,
yeah, I would say that too. Accountability and just a couple things. Definitely, you need to be a man of your word. Like, if you say you're gonna do something, do it. And if you can't do it, say I can't do it. Like, don't just say you're gonna, like, that. To me, is like one of the top things that's gonna irritate me. To be like, all right, forget it. Like, communicating, like knowing how to use your words. Like, say how you feel, whatever. Like, I don't like to play guessing games. Like, I don't want to have to guess with you. And a man is someone, even if you're, like, a man, to me, you need to have a vision. Like, where are you going? Like, because I have a vision for myself and what I'm doing for my life. So if you're going to be in my life, like, even if you don't know exactly the roadmap of where you're going to go, like the steps, have a vision of what you're doing for yourself. Like, don't just be wandering aimlessly. Because that to me is like, you're not doing anything for me. Because I have a path of where I'm trying to go. So you trying to go with me on that path, or are you wandering on your own? Like, because that's just going to slow me down. Like, I don't need anybody around me who's going to slow me down. Yeah. And a man who's just like, I don't know, a man who's free. A free man. Like, when I say free, I mean, okay, so I need somebody like, I'm like spiritual and all that stuff. Like, when I say free, like, I want you to be you in every atmosphere. Like, when you're around your friends, I expect you to be the same way you are with me. Like, don't switch up. Like, don't try to get cute with me in front of your friends. Like, that's gonna be like a red flag to me, because that means like you trying to show out for these people. Like, if you, not saying you gotta be like, I understand like maybe guys don't want to be all lovey-dovey in front of their friends, but like if we act a certain way or you talk to me a certain way, don't switch up when you're around your friends. For one, I'm gonna call you out on it. For two, like, that's not cute to me. You know what I mean? Like, you should be the same you in every environment who you're around, if that makes any sense.
All right, I'm gonna respectfully disagree with
No. You can't disagree.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree. Let me tell you why. I got taught this by a really close person to me, and it's something I'll take with me forever. So this person was kind of like, thuggish, for lack of a better word. He was just, and his environments weren't always like environments a woman should really be involved in. In his words, I don't know what women be doing. I know I don't be selling drugs. But so yes, to me, he was a big old teddy bear, sweet as can be. Just all up on me, lovey-dovey, all of that shit. Around his friends, though, he never disrespected me.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't be disrespectful. Like, don't be rude to me in front of your friends.
But he was tough as fuck. Like,
that's fine. You could be tough, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Like, don't be all lovey-dovey with me when we're one-on-one, and then in front of your friends, you trying to act like I don't mean anything or something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
that was never the case.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't switch up acting like what we have doesn't mean anything. That's what I'm saying. Because some guys will do that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're not my guy. Fuck, you're not my guy. Listen.
Yeah.
I think you guys kind of wrapped it up in a bow. But I think something that kind of stuck out for me, what Chanel said, is like being a man of your word. Like, that's a big thing with me, and being vulnerable. Like, I'm super open and vulnerable. Like, I can give seminars to whoever and tell you my whole life story.
Bitch, I'm gonna take the seminar because I'm neither. I'm not vulnerable, nor am I open. So I will take this seminar.
I am, and I just expect, and I do that on purpose. So for one, you can feel like you can feel like a safe haven that you can literally tell me anything without feeling judged.
Yeah.
Like, I'll make crazy faces like, oh, wow, that's crazy. You know, but I would never judge you because, for one, I don't know, like, I didn't walk in your footsteps. I was not there. And different people have different situations that they go through and how they deal with it, and that's fine. Yeah. But I do that because I know, like, me being vulnerable, that can change someone's life, and that can help someone's life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it has so much benefits to it. So you need to be vulnerable. Like, it might take you some, like, wow, like, that's fine. I'm patient, but be vulnerable. Yeah. And, yeah, just be, and I like, my love language, one of my love languages is physical touch. So just being okay with me, like, like tackling you with a hug or kissing you or doing crazy little things, you know.
What is your love language? Acts of service?
No, bitch. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've taken the test and I completely forgot what they told me it was. But I think my love language is a little bit of all of them.
Yeah, some people like that.
Because so touch is hard for me.
Really?
Yes, I'm not a toucher. It takes a little bit.
Yeah. I'll just hug you all the time. It's fine.
No, don't do that. I'm like, oh my God, get the fuck away from me.
I'm gonna hug you all the time now.
So it's not that I'm not a toucher. It's just like, it's a little awkward for me at first. And then, like, as I warm up, it goes back to, like,
childhood.
Me saying I'm not vulnerable. Yeah. Touching is part of vulnerability for me. And I have such a tough exterior. Like, inside I'm all mushy and gushy and shit, but bitch, you gotta get there.
Yeah. That's understandable, though.
You gotta get there. It takes some time to, like, kind of, you know, break down the walls. And it's just, like, it's really more so, are you making me feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable with you? Right? Yeah. Like, you're saying, listen, I'm vulnerable with you from the get. I create a safe space. I created blah, blah, blah. But women were more nurturing. Yeah. So we are able to do that. Me, for all my tough exterior, I do create. I might not be vulnerable with you, but I create that safe space, whereas you can just tell me anything, and I'm not going to judge you. You know, this is a safe space. Talk. You know, let's have a session. But you got to create that space for me, too. You know, because my past and the person that I am is wrought with, like, heartbreak and bullshit and stuff like that, and you know, people I couldn't trust, etc. So shit, I gotta trust you. I just can't just here I am, vulnerability, you know. And also part of my vulnerability is when I love hard. I give you everything I got. Right. I do not hold back. I don't see the point in fucking holding back. If I love you, I'm gonna love you with everything. Right? Yeah. So I need that safe space in order for these things to develop. I think all of it is gonna develop, and you know.
It will. Yeah. It will over time.
I think another thing that separates men from boys is consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency. You gotta be consistent, bro. Like, if you started, and this is where problems arise, right? If you started out telling me good morning every day, I need you to continue to do that.
Yeah. Yep. Because when you don't, I'm gonna be like, what's going on?
Exactly. If you don't think you could tell me, because I don't need no fucking good morning text. Yeah. You hear that, men? That is not always necessary. I don't need a good morning text. Yeah. But if you start out telling me good morning every day, 5 years from now, I better be getting that fucking good morning text. Because I'm going to be like, why did you? Because whatever I started doing when we started out, I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to stay consistent with that. Yeah. Because that's just who I am. I wasn't doing that to impress you.
But that's just who you are.
That's just who I am. So I need that consistency. Like, I don't need, you know, all the extra shit. Be yourself.
Every day.
But do it authentically and do it in a way that you know you can continue this shit.
Yep, and I think most boys just do it just to, you know, get somewhere, get a benefit and stuff like that. But you don't get nowhere with that.
No, you don't. Because the second you stop doing it, because it's not you, right? It's not your authentic self. So once you get to that point, like, I'm tired of doing this shit. You know, I gotta wake up at 7 o'clock and I'm gonna text this bitch good morning. You know, like, when you stop doing it, it creates a problem, because now women can be insecure. Yeah, like in their mind, they're thinking, "What the fuck changed?"
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Why'd you do that? Like,
that's true.
Really
you know,
point.
so.
So I'm gonna maybe combine these two questions. What advice can you give to a man about how to earn your heart? What does it take, and how do you know he's the one for you? You want to separate those?
I
don't know either.
I don't know.
You don't know he's the one for you?
No.
What the first question is?
Yeah, let's do the first question. What advice can you give to a man about how to earn your heart? What does it take?
For me, again, it goes back to how, like, one thing guys need to know, right? The more comfortable and authentic and real and vulnerable that you are with a woman, the more that she will open up in ways that you will never ever imagine. So the more that I feel safe, the more that I can, like, oh damn, I can actually tell this nigga anything, and he's still here. He still loves me. He still treats me the same. He's still consistent. Like, he's actually the real deal. That, like, again, she'll open up. I will open up. In any like any way possible, always possible. Like, that's all I got. Sorry.
Like, repeat that question.
Okay, I'll answer. Okay, so what advice can you give to a man about how to earn your heart? What does it take? For me, I would say similar to what Khamara said. Like, just for me, like, I'll tell you, if we get to a certain point, and when we've established, like, our feelings and stuff like that, I need you to be ready to dive in. And that's what I would tell somebody. Like, be ready to dive in. And when I say that, like, you got to be vulnerable. You got to be, like, ready to go spiritually open. Like, open, just being yourself and growing with me. And, like, there's going to be good times and there's going to be bad. And I'm the type of person, like you said, like, I'm going to be loyal with you and I'm going to have your back as long as I know you have my back too, like, and create a safe space for me to be vulnerable so that you can, like you said, you just get so many different benefits. You get so much more from me if I know that you're being, like, you know what I'm saying, and, like, you really trying to really get to know me, like, all parts of me, and you're letting me get to know all parts of you, and, like, you're willing to actually grow. Like, I don't want to be stagnant with anybody. I don't want anybody holding me back in my growth. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be, like, maybe doing some things that maybe you never did before. Like, you want to be with me, you're gonna be meditating with me. You're gonna be, like, I'm gonna have you meditating. We're gonna be doing all this stuff, like, but you can't look at it as, like, oh, this is weird, or, like, I'm trying to do something to you. Like, no, like, it's the same thing I tell somebody, like, if I'm letting you into my home, I'm like, this is my safe space. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my energy. Don't come over here with no negative stuff. Like, if I'm gonna be with you like that, I'm gonna share. I want you to learn from me. That's really what it is. Like, I want to learn from you, and I want you to learn from me too. Like, yeah, like, and just be ready to be in love, yo, because it's gonna happen, you know? Like, I'm not trying to be like that, but that's what usually happens, you know what I'm saying? And so if you're not ready to be in love and fall in love, then it's not gonna work.
And to be open to it.
Yeah, be open to, even if it doesn't happen, at least be open to it. And, like, when you start to feel that, allow yourself to be in love. Like, don't run from it. That is, like, that's just not gonna work for me.
Yeah. Damn. Y'all over here giving, like, really thorough answers, and I'm just like, nah, like. How to win my heart. See, I want to be like, yo, like, you gotta do this, and but, like, you know, in my past relationships, different men have won my heart in different ways, right? So, like, I don't have, like, a concrete answer to that because I acknowledge that people are different and I think for me, it's really be your authentic self because, you know, I've dated different types and I've fallen in love with I don't want to say I've fallen in love, but I've loved different types of people, right? So, like, be your authentic self. And if your authentic self, right, vibrates with my authentic self, if we somehow connect in some way, it's just going to authentically happen because we're all living in authenticity. No, let me stop. Let me stop. No, but honestly, like, I just be you. Like, be you, your true self. I don't want this watered down shit, or I don't want this is me when I'm trying to date you and impress you. I don't want that person.
Just as much as they would want us to be ourselves, so that it just makes it easier for both parties to be like, is this person who I really want to be with or not? You know what I mean? Like, if you're being phony for, like, 6 months and then I got to find out 6 months later that that's not who you were, then that qualifies, you just irritated me because you wasted my time.
Yeah.
Like, if you had been like that from the jump, I would have known, like, yeah, you're not for me, you know? Like, yeah, I think that's what, for me, I hate people wasting my time in any fashion, so.
It's
in any way, shape.
Because I can't get that back. So, like, it's done. Yeah, don't waste my time.
Yeah, so just be you. Like,
be you.
Really,
yeah.
Be you. Because if you, who you are, somehow resonates with me, who I am, it's just going to happen.
Yeah, you're going to know.
It's going to happen. You're going to get in. Here is my heart. It is yours to take, you know. You know, obviously there's, you know, be honest, be true, honesty and loyalty and all that extra stuff.
Yeah.
Behind, but like, I feel like, you know, that's what needs to happen for a healthy relationship to be established anyway. But like, to get my heart, you just need to be you, consistently you. I don't need to know what you do when you're trying to get with a girl and all of that. I don't want that. I want you.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about that too is some men don't even know who they are.
I was gonna say, yeah, some people don't.
So
know.
Baby, go find yourself, and when you do, holler at me.
Yeah. At the end of the day, and if you need help from time to time, holler at your girl.
Don't fucking call me. Go find yourself.
Gigi.
I can help. Kamara said, "I will help."
No, baby, go find yourself.
Yeah, you really
listen.
do.
I am literally doing all the grunt work of, you know, tapping into my early childhood traumas, doing this, doing that. Like, that shit is not easy. People be sitting here thinking self-care is cute. No, it's not.
It's ugly.
Yeah.
It's an ugly business.
Well,
and like, and even like some of these guys too are like, will be in a relationship just because, not even because they're happy or because they're lonely, but because they're scared of the fact that if they're by themselves, the thoughts that was hidden and just stuck behind and just forgotten is gonna come up. They're not gonna like what they're gonna see.
No, baby, go heal.
Yeah.
Baby, go heal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying don't come to me, right? But like, I can't heal you.
Yeah.
I can help.
Right.
But can't shit I do heal you.
Right.
If
I
some
agree.
bitch broke up with you in 5th grade and you still harping on that shit, I can't do shit for
Why do
you.
they still hold on to stuff like
Girl,
that?
you're gonna have to get a man on that podcast because I do not want him. Okay? If your mama didn't love you enough when you were younger, I can't.
Yeah, you can't
because
feel
the
that.
love I have to give to you might not be enough to replace that. I ain't your mama. Like,
you need to go talk to your mom.
you need to heal. Like, I can be there, baby. It's gonna be okay to hug you, feed you, love you, give you pussy, etc., etc. But I cannot heal you.
Yeah.
I can't heal you unless you want to be healed. Number one, I can't heal you unless you're willing to face the traumas that, you know, are requiring healing. Number two, so I can't, baby, go heal.
Yeah.
Don't come around here trying to fuck my shit up, okay? Because hurt people. Go heal, baby.
So how do you know he's the one?
I don't.
Okay.
It's not that. It's not that. Let me stop. It's not that. I just think that I'm open-minded. I know when he's not the one. But for my own fault, I can be self-destructive. He might be the one, and I'm over here second-guessing the shit. Like, is he really the one? Like, oh my God, like, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I am self-destructive. It's something I'm working on. I can be self-destructive. I know when he's not the one, because you know my situation. I know when he's not the one. Like, I can't stand that nigga, girl. I do not want to talk to him.
I feel like, I don't know, like, that's a great question, Chanel. I personally think it's just, man, if we go through some stuff and you're still here, like some really crazy stuff and you're still there, you might just be it.
Yeah.
Hold up. No, baby. Do you know how many men have gone through shit? Girl, when I... Have you seen, like, Black Love? I forgot what show it was. There was this one dude talking about he lost his house with his wife.
Wow.
They lost their house. There was, like, federal police investigation. There was a whole, like, they went through some shit. And I was looking at my TV like, bitch, he ain't the one. Leave him. Oh, my God.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the whole consistent. Like, if this dude is still here, or if the girl's still, like, I just so many factors. That's a loaded question. Like,
Yeah.
That's a very low.
It is. Especially as from a woman, because I feel like usually, again, it's like the guy is the one who's going to propose, right? So,
Yeah, by the way, I would eat sand.
I'm sorry, I'm not proposing for anybody.
No one.
No.
You see,
I'll die alone. I'll die alone. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you guys seen it, but there's a trend on like Facebook and Instagram where there's a lot of women getting on their knees first, and then the guy. But listen, I will spend 1,000 years, and I'm not a jail person. Right? I will spend 1,001 years in jail before I ever.
Nah, it's not worth it.
What?
And buying the ring?
Right.
I'm gonna buy my what? Huh?
Hey, yo, shout out to Chrissy. Stop.
And where's she at? Still not married.
She don't want to be married.
So why did she buy the ring then?
Because at that point, she thought that's what she wanted.
Girl, bye. No, she's not married because...
She said she didn't want it because afterwards, he did propose to her.
Anyway, we have 45 minutes and it's at 60. Just FYI.
Okay,
we still got time though.
Let's keep going.
But no, I'm not proposing to anyone. I'm sorry. It's not ever happening. I don't know how I would ever know that he's the one for me, because again, I would want him to propose to me, but like you said, I feel like I would know when he's not the one.
Yeah.
And I feel like the one, I don't know, maybe like you said, kind of like a little bit self-sabotage. Like I'll try to find some issues and pray to the universe, be like, yo, if he's not the one, can you get rid of him? And like, you still around tomorrow and the day after that, like, all right, maybe this person is worth interacting with. But
I think the man is gonna let you know when he's the one through actions, through words, through his consistency. Like he's gonna let, nah, bitch, I'm here to stay.
Yeah,
I love you, and we gonna be together. And you know, it's not just, it's again actions, words, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, that's true. This is kind of below the question too. I thought about this morning too, because I thought about somebody. Have you ever lost someone that you loved, and what would you tell them? Like, when I say loss, like death.
I never. No.
And if you could tell them something before they pass, what would you tell them?
I miss you so fucking much. So fucking much. Because, like, you were the first one that loved me. You taught me so much, and I miss you every day.
This was your boyfriend?
Ex-boyfriend. Well, he died. But, and it's not like I miss you, like, that we would for sure be together today. But just the level of, it was so innocent because we were young, right? It was such an innocent love before shit got real and we became adults. It was just so innocent. And I think that's what I miss. I miss the innocence of it all. I mean, we weren't even having sex.
Yeah.
You know, I miss the innocence of it all. And that, yeah.
I never lost a boyfriend. He wasn't a boyfriend, but I thought of him today. It's this guy when I was in college in North Carolina. I met him through my roommate, and I remember that was like back then Facebook was like a big thing. And I remember he hit me up on Facebook like a couple days later after I met him and was like, oh, you know, I knew I loved you from the first time I saw you. I'm like, boy, you don't even know me like that. Like, and ever since, like, after that, we always stayed in touch. And we all, like, he would always ask me, like, oh, when are you going to come back and see me? Or when can I come and see you? And I always either had a boyfriend or he always had a girlfriend. And then I remember he ended up he was in a relationship. I don't know if he was married, but I know he had a daughter. And that, I'm talking about, when I met him, I was 18. And I'm talking about, I was like 20, because I was in Atlanta. I was like 26, 27. So we still had stayed in contact. And then all of a sudden, like I said, we texted each other, and he was always trying to get with me, and I was just never giving him that chance. But we were like, I don't know. Have you ever loved someone, but you've never, like, they weren't your boyfriend, nothing. It was just like you got them on this type of level where it was like, I got love for this person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, we definitely, I feel like that was mutual. Like, we both cared about each other. We love each other. We never took it there. And then, like, one day I went on Facebook and I seen that he passed. And I was like, wait, what? Like, you know what I mean? And he was in a car accident and he didn't make it. And I remember just being like, damn, like, because we had just had a conversation like maybe 2 or 3 weeks before, and I was planning on coming to North Carolina. And I was like, I'm gonna see him when I go there. So like, I never told him that, like, I never told him I loved him because I didn't love him like that. You know what I'm saying? It was more like I really do care about this person and they're like a really, really good friend. So it was just like I only saw him that one time that we met, and ever since then he had always been asking to see each other, and it just never worked out. And I don't know. I think I would tell him that I would not even know if I would tell him anything, but I would have made sure I went and saw him. You know what I'm saying? Because we connected and we really did care about each other, but we never took that next step to be able to see each other again. So, yeah, I think I would say that. And like you said, like, I miss you, you know what I mean? Because I do miss being able to have conversations with him. But yeah, I think that to me was a lesson, like, don't take people for granted and, like, thinking that you always have time. Because I felt like I always had time to go back and see him. And I never got a chance to see him. But yeah. But I never lost like a boyfriend or anything like that.
Okay, let's not end this shit on
Okay. So, what advice can you give to a woman who wants to be in love and married today, but they're not in a relationship, they're not dating anybody? Like, what should she be doing until that happens?
I think the biggest thing that I wish I listened to people when they told me, because I was boy crazy for years, but so much like just people just told me, Khamara, like, just focus on you, like focus on getting you together, and that might be self-healing, that might be getting your finances in order, that might be going back to school, like therapy, whatever. Like, use that time to worry about you, because you never want to bring like baggage. There are gonna be things in your past that you're gonna bring in, but not to the point where like it's gonna hinder your relationship. It's gonna be to the point where you guys can talk it through, it, work it out, and then keep it pushing and move forward and become better together. You know. So yeah, I wish I would have started early in my 20s, like actually
focus on you.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I feel like that too. I feel like that. Yeah, I don't know if I was like, yeah, I guess I was kind of boy crazy. I was just, you know, I mean, I feel like that's like typical. Like, you have hormones, you want to be in a relationship, you want to have a boyfriend, you know what I mean? So yeah, but I would say like the same, focus on you, and the right one will come like at the time that you least expect. When you're doing what you need to be doing for you, that'll attract the person, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
Yeah. I but like I was looking into this thing where they were talking about manifestation and all that good stuff, and one of the things they said is when you manifest something, you put it out into the universe, and then that's it. Just forget it. Don't even worry about it. You told the universe what you want, expect that it's going to be delivered. Like, live your life as you know that this is already here. So I think that, you know, to you guys' point, focus on yourself. Like, whatever it is that you want to achieve, go and achieve that.
Yeah.
Because the energy that you put out is the energy you're going to put back. So if you put out an energy of desperation, you might not get a quality man. A really, really good guy friend of mine told me men marry who they want to, women marry who they can.
Yeah. Ooh. But it's true though. Unless you're gonna be proposing. Like,
when he said that shit to me, I was like, "Oh, you right."
It's true though. Think about it. Like, it's the same thing. Like, we're talking about having the kids. Like, with that pressure, it's like we as women, I can't make these dudes do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can only be myself and work on myself and
hope the right man comes
along. I can't make you propose to me.
Yeah.
I'm not proposing to you, so we just gonna have to sit around till somebody propose. Like, I'm not sit around, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
who's gonna
no, but you know what I'm saying. Like, we gonna have to. When I'm saying sit around, I mean like me and the person, not maybe not sit around, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not proposing to you, so.
What's that?
Yeah, it's just either it's gonna happen or it's not. Like, there's nothing I can do about that.
I just think we need to start letting go of this like idea that you have to do this, you have to do that. Because I think some women out there don't want to be married and don't want to have kids.
That's true.
But feel a level of pressure to do that because, you know, that's what is expected of. Like, first and foremost, really decide what it is you want. Do you want to be a boss bitch who travels and be like the fabulous auntie? That's kind of dope too. Do that.
But you can be both.
I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah.
I'm not putting a restriction on what you can and cannot be. I'm just saying you might want to be the fabulous auntie who doesn't want kids.
Yeah.
You might be the person who's like, I really don't want a relationship. Like, I don't think I was made for. Like, I got a good friend who raised all her brothers and sisters. All of them from the age of 18. She's now 30 and she's like, I want my tubes tied. I don't want kids.
Yeah.
I raised 5 children already. I am all the way the fuck set.
Yeah.
I don't want to raise nobody. Now she exclusively dates men with kids. She's in a relationship with a dude who got 3 kids. She is happy as hell. And she told him, I ain't giving you no kids. This it. What you already got is it. Like, not ever, I think people should determine what they want their life to be like, and then go out and live that life.
Yeah.
Which
Create it.
I agree, Gigi. I definitely agree. I think again, it just comes back to the society and your culture, right? The environment that you grew up, because society says that you again have to have this checklist at this age. You have to graduate from college at this age. You have to get your career and get married and stuff like that. And again, growing up in the culture, they expect you, like we had this conversation earlier, like they expect you to have kids and marriage at a certain age.
Yeah.
When in actuality, not everyone is like that. Not everyone's family oriented or wants kids or get married. Live your life and it's fine.
Live your best life.
Yeah.
And while you're living your best life, make sure you are living in your truth.
Yeah. And I'm my thing now is I'm trying to have fun for the rest of my life, and whoever wants to join, more than welcome to. No, you're more than welcome to, but.
And if it ain't for you,
right.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Any final thoughts?
No. I was gonna say. Well, I mean, we're gonna do the second part, but.
Man, dating sucks. I agree.
I don't.
Isn't easy for both. I think for both parties, because there is a big level of miscommunication between men and women alike. Dating sucks. All I'm gonna say is, have fun with it. Don't go into dating thinking every fucking man you date is gonna be your husband, because they just simply are not. You can date with purpose, but while you're dating with purpose, right, don't forget to have fun.
Yeah. Don't take it too serious.
Yeah, don't take yourself too seriously either. Just have fun, get to know. It's fun getting to know people, learning new things. But on the flip side, at the second you realize that person ain't for you, just go walk.
Yeah.
Same for the dudes. The person, people like to beat on dead horses. Stay in situations that they've outgrown or aren't. Just go. I know it's not easy and it sucks, but if there's one thing I've learned in my life, it's do not stay stuck in situations that
you don't want to be in.
You've outgrown or are no longer serving. Just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah, I would say that too. Just don't waste your time, and don't waste other people's time. Be like I said, we've been saying from the jump, just be honest.
With yourself.
For me,
with yourself.
be honest with yourself and be honest with people. If you know you just trying to just create a roster and just and you have your fun and just sleep with multiple people.
I ain't the bitch for you. Bye.
Yeah, just say that. I mean, I feel like guys, they need to really understand that.
But they want their cake.
You need to be.
Yeah. But see, why can't I have my cake and eat it too?
Because we're women. You didn't hear that? We're women and we're supposed to be modest.
Yeah.
We're supposed to again be feminine and just.
Let's save this.
Well, yeah, we're about to get into that to the next one. So, I guess the closing thing is just
live your best life.
Ladies, live your best life. Guys too, live your best life. Just do for you. Always do for you.
Live your
and be
life.
open. Be open to things. Be open.
And really, don't forget to take care of yourself. Don't get lost in shit.
Yeah, man. Self-love is so important.
Self-love is the best love.
Get yourself a massage. Get a pedicure. Have your
because
girl time.
It does kind of put that back into the universe. When you love yourself and you stand in your truth and you know who the fuck you are, that radiates out. So you do attract.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna attract the right person with your aura, what you got, what you're doing,
with what you're putting out.
Yeah.
If you're be careful not to be cocky and come out obnoxious. But when you are no, I love myself, I love my life, I love this, and that starts from within. Nobody can come in and love you for you. So
yeah. All right. So thanks, guys.
It's been real. See you in part 2.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, guys. This is Black Hippie Lounge. I'm your host, Chanel, and that is the end of this episode, Boys versus Men. And we have the second part, which we're going to talk about, sex. But as always, meditate, manifest, invest in you. Thank you for listening.